today to debate the statement we should ban medical and pharmaceutical testing on animals. On my right is the proposition team. They will be arguing in favor of banning testing on animals. On the left is the opposition team. They will be arguing against banning testing on animals. Without any further ado, we will have our first speaker.
Hi, my name is LaHanna, and I'm the first speaker for the proposition side. The proposition side believes that medical testing on animals should be banned. Our arguments are that the testing is too cruel for the animals. There are alternative methods we could use instead, and there may be different results between the humans and the animals. Our first argument is that the testing is too cruel for the animals. Animals have feelings too and can feel pain just as we can. In 2010, 5,996 rabbits, 33,652 guinea pigs, and 48,015 hamsters were tested on without any anesthesia. Animals are also often caged until they are tested on, and this can be for long periods of time. The animals that are caged often suffer from loneliness and extreme frustration because they can't play and run around while they're waiting for the next test. All they can do is just sit and wait in fear for the next painful test, if they survive the first one. As you can tell, these conditions are way too harsh for the animals. Our second argument is that there are alternative methods we could be using instead to gather our information. Like, for example, there's vitro testing, which is test methods and models based on human cells and tissue culture. This can actually be more reliable because human cells can be used. Another method that we could be using is testing on prisoners that have been sentenced to death. Lots of the tests kill the animals that are being tested on anyways, so it would make more sense to test it on prisoners who have to die anyways, rather than killing the innocent animals. A few more alternative methods we could use is computerized patient drug databases and virtual drug tests, computer models and simulations, and stem cell and genetic testing methods. Our third argument is that humans and animals might react differently to the different tests and drugs. In fact, 94% of the drugs that pass in the animal tests fail in the human tests and end up usually hurting humans. An example of this would be in 2006, 6 volunteers were injected with a drug called TGN-1412 and ended up being sent to the hospital within seconds of being injected because it was causing them pain. The TGN-1412 had been tested in mice, rabbits, rats, and monkeys and had no bad side effects like this whatsoever and actually ended up curing them. But as I said, it ended up hurting the humans that were injected. So as you can tell, not all the testing actually works, and it ends up sometimes killing or severely injuring humans. Dr. Richard Klonsner, the former director of the National Cancer Institute, has stated that we have cured cancer in mice for decades, but it just simply doesn't work in humans. So we are also hurting these poor animals that most of our drugs and tests that we're doing them for don't even work. And so, in conclusion, to sum up our arguments, these animals are being treated cruelly and abused for these tests when most of them don't even work. We should be using alternative methods that give us more accurate and reliable information because humans and animals are reacting differently to these drugs and these tests. So why should we have these animals suffering and being treated cruelly and abused whenever we have different ways to get more reliable information for our medications?
Do you need a minute to make any notes? Introduce yourself first.
My name is Carly and I'm from the opposition. They say that the testing is too cruel, but I disagree because the animals, it is currently illegal to test on animals if there is an alternative method and for testing, and all benefits must outweigh the suffering of the test subjects. So no pain is caused to them without reason. Also, it's not just endless suffering for them. Good does come out of it. The American Veterinary Medical Association endorses animal testing. Their second argument is they say that there are alternative testing methods, and although animals and humans may look different, but at a physical and psychological level, they are very similar. Most animals have the same organs and systems. They all perform the same things in mostly the same way. Nearly 90% of the medicines used for animals are similar or exactly the same as humans. The other thing that they said was there are different reactions, and their example was that once there was, the animals and humans reacted differently and caused the humans to go to the hospital. But I disagree. I think that, like I said earlier, more good comes out of it than bad. So there's there are risks included in being tested on, and the volunteers knew what they were going into. And so those are my refutes. Okay, so the opposition's first reason as to why pharmaceutical testing on animals should not be banned is that it has contributed to many life-saving cures and treatments. Lots of people's lives have been saved or improved due to breakthroughs from testing done on animals. The Biomedical Research Association states that nearly every medical breakthrough in the last 100 years has resulted directly from research using animals. Without animal testing, many people would not be alive today. The opposition's second reason why pharmaceutical testing on animals should not be banned is that laws protect the animals. Animal research is highly regulated, and there are laws to protect animals from mistreatment. The Animal Welfare Act has been helping and protecting animals since 1966, as well as requiring minimum housing standards, the enclosure size, temperature, access to clean food and water, etc. The Animal Welfare Act requires regular inspections from veterinarians. Animals are treated as humanely as possible in their circumstances. Many laws ensure this is the case. The opposition's last argument is that animals are great test subjects. Due to the similarities that animals share with humans, animals are the best way to test medicines and other things. Chimpanzees and humans share 96% of their DNA, and mice are 98% genetically similar to humans. There is no adequate alternative research subject. Most alternatives are not as accurate as animals. Many people say that you could use computers, but not even the most powerful supercomputers can accurately simulate the workings of complex organs such as the brain. Animals are the best subjects. Those are the opposition's main arguments as to why pharmaceutical testing on animals should not be banned.
If anybody has any notes, pass it on, and that'll be the time.
I'm Connor, and I'm on the proposition on why we should ban pharmaceutical testing on animals. It is too cruel for the animals to suffer. They say that illegal tests to test animals, it is illegal to test animals if alternative methods exist. And I say that it's not true because there are many cases where we find that animals are given many tests that do not benefit at all. Some are given LD50, which is also known as lethal dose 50, which targets on what chemical will kill 50% of animals, which does not benefit any animal in any way. They also say that they share the same organs and same actions, same way. There's not much difference between the actions and the organs that we have, but there are proven facts that many organs are different, and the cell structures and the organ layouts are much different than the ways of a human. Also, they say there's more good than bad in the different results, but 94% of the drugs that pass animal tests fail in humans, so it does not help animal testing, does not help benefit human testing in any way. We also say, back to why ours are, they're okay. So they say that it contributes to life saving, but like I said earlier, 94% of the drugs that pass animal tests fail on human tests, which can cause sometimes other illnesses or death in some cases with the drugs that pass the animal tests. Also, they say that the laws protect the animals, but that is only for the companies that take government money to help contribute to the research. There are many illegal forms of animal testing that goes and kills the animals and does harmful things to them. They also say that the laws from the Animal Welfare Act helps protect the animals, but the Animal Welfare Act doesn't always succeed in preventing cruel animal abuse. In March of 2009, the Humane Society of the United States found 338 possible violations of the Animal Welfare Act at the federally funded New Iberia Research Center in Louisiana. They also say that many animals share the same genes and layouts of humans, like mice and primates, but I'm just gonna skip that. They also say that the animal testing laws help animals, but really most of them do not, because, like I said, the illegal things going on during the tests, sometimes the harm outweighs the benefit, and that is not good for animals.
If anybody needs to pass any notes to Michael, go ahead. Yep, you got a minute. Mike will be the last speaker that points of information are permitted during. If you guys have something for him, go ahead and hand it up. Introduce yourself first. Yep, if you don't want it, just push it on.
My name is Michael, and I am for the opposition team. They say that a dose of lethal 42 is given to see what kills or harms 50% of animals, and that it doesn't help anything. However, figuring this out, what hurts or harms animals, helps us to know what not to use in the future. If we know what hurts them, we wouldn't be using it to try and find cures for people, because it could hurt them too, and we don't want to hurt the animals. They also say that 94% of testing doesn't help people. However, that's pretty much what science is. You just try and try until you get the right effect. That's all that science is. And then they also say that there are a lot of illegal forms of testing, but you can make anything into an illegal form. They permit certain things, but somebody's going to find a way around it, find a loophole, find a way to make it illegal. That's all I have for reputations. Arguments I have. In the 1940s and 50s, polio killed and paralyzed more than 3,000 people per year. The polio vaccine tested on animals lowered worldwide occurrence of the polio disease to practically none. By 2002, they reported 480 cases per year worldwide, drastically less than 350,000 in 1988. There are laws protecting animals. The UK has 3 R's. Principle, reducing the number of animals used in research, refining scientific procedures to minimize pain, and replacing animal experience with in vitro models when possible. Not all animal testing can be replaced with vitro models, and in the UK they have laws that regulate against testing for cosmetic reasons and only for scientific research. While they don't have that everywhere else, it's a good step towards the future for health with animals. We have similar physical attributes to animals. John?
You said that they have laws that regulate animal testing in the UK, but I mean, the UK only takes up a small percentage of the world. What about the rest of the world and the laws that they have?
As I said, we only have it in the UK now, but maybe it'll spread like a trend. Maybe it'll be a trend to put these laws into other countries. It's like I said, it's just a step right now. We've come so far with it, where it used to just be testing for anything that you want. We have similar physical attributes to the animals. Over the past century, the mouse has developed into the premier mammalian model system for genetic research. Scientists from a large field of biomedical research have moved towards the mouse because its close genetics and physical similarities to human, as well as the ease with its genome can be manipulated and analyzed. The mouse has a lot of the same things with us, so we only breed mice instead of going and getting dogs and cats and other endangered species of animals. We use species that are overpopulated and have no real benefit to the world except for this. And they don't know anything else. They're bred for this, and they've lived in these conditions for as long as they know. So technically it wouldn't really be abuse. And zoos do the same thing. They breed animals there and leave them there, and they don't know anything else. They're better off in the labs than out in the streets where people can run them over, mice can get them, or cats can get the mice. Other animals out in the woods can get them, so they're safer there. That's all I have.
Wait a minute, anybody have any notes for Rocco? Oh, Rocco, use your own good judgment when you do.
Hi, my name is Rocco. I'm the last speaker for the proposition team. They say science is all about trial and error, but it's about fact. Because if you just keep trying on stuff, then there won't be any people left to keep trying on. Also, they say the mouse is the only animal that they use, which is not true, because they also use primates, rabbits, guinea pigs, and lots of other animals. Also, if supercomputers can't evaluate results, how can a different species evaluate results? Also, they say it isn't abuse because it's protected by the law, but any harm to animal is still abuse. There are alternative methods like microdosing, which uses small amounts of medicine to create a pharmacological effect or an adverse reaction. There are also computer simulations. We know how animals work, so why can't we simulate it? So why should we harm cute little animals when all we have to do is change the dynamics of the animals to computer code? Although this may not end testing on animals, these options can drastically lower the amount that have to be tested on. Even if one of these options cannot be done, if a test is considered too unethical to be performed on a human, why should we perform it on an innocent animal? It is also too cruel. Animals suffer from medical testing immensely, plus with modern techniques it isn't even necessary. It isn't just giving a dog a pill, it is practically killing the animal. It isn't even really testing, it's practically murdering the animal. And they don't even give them anesthesia. They just cut out half their brains while they're still awake. Also, different cell outcomes might not give accurate results. We aren't rabbits. Our DNA isn't the same as rabbits. Certain types of surgery are considered safe on humans, but have been unsafe on animals. With all the technology we have, we could just clone an organ and do the test on that organ.
Whenever you're ready.
My name is Rebecca, and I am the final speaker on the opposition team. So, they say that microdosing only creates small reactions, but truly, if you are only microdosing a lot, that can not only change the results that you are given with the drugs that you are using on the animal, but it will actually end up possibly changing them to a positive effect. They say science is about fact, not trial and error, but trial and error is the basis of modern science. And that is why testing isn't called answering. Everything that we have done in the past has been trial and error. Trial and error can lead to bad things or good things. But what we mainly are aiming for are for positive results, and that is why animals are bred for this reason. They say that it is cruel and you are killing animals and not giving them any anesthesia. But it depends, because maybe that animal is already suffering and you're trying to quickly find a result that will help this animal live or find a cure for the humans. So I believe that we should not ban pharmaceutical testing because it leads to life-saving cures and treatments. Breast cancer, leukemia, tuberculosis, malaria, have all been found in animal testing labs. And this has helped save many people's lives. laws protect